Hi, hello, this is Jigisha. Today we are going to study about Chapter 2, Class 8 Science, Chapter 2, Science, that is Microorganism. So, by just hearing the name microorganism, a question comes to your mind, right? And what is that question? The question is, what are microorganisms, right? So, what are microorganisms? See, microorganisms are organisms which can be seen by naked eye and can only which can't be seen by naked eye and can be seen only by microscope. Now why? Now why they can only be seen by microscope? Why can't we see? Why we can't see with our eyes? It's because they are microscopic. So, so they are microscopic and therefore they can only be seen by microscope. Now the chapter we are studying is microorganisms. Right. Now this chapter is a biology chapter. So okay, now there is a special term given to this chapter for the study of microbes, and that is microbiology. Okay, so the study of microbes is called microbiology. Fine. Now, here arises a new term, that is microbiologist. Now, what do you mean by microbiologist? See, the scientists who studies about microorganisms are called microbiologist. Fine? Okay, now when we are done, so till now we have studied about microorganisms, microbiology and microbiologists, right? Okay, now we are going to study about types of microorganisms. So basically there are 5 types of microorganisms, and they are bacteria, algae, fungi, protozoa and viruses. So basically there are 5 types of microorganisms. They are bacteria, algae, fungi, protozoa and virus. Okay. Now, so we will go through these topics thoroughly. Okay. So our first topic will be bacteria. Now bacteria. Now first point is here is unicellular. Now what do you mean by unicellular? See, unicellular means you might have studied about the cell, right? Now what is cell? The cell is the structural and the functional unit of life, right? So an organism are of 2 types, multicellular and unicellular. Okay, now what are multicellular? Multi means multiple and cellular means cells. So made up of multiple cells. And for example, I can say I am a multicellular organism. You are a multicellular organisms. Animals are multicellular and many more. Now there comes the unicellular. Uni means one and cellular means cell. Made up of one cell. This means that organism that is made up of one cell is called unicellular. Okay. For example, I say amoeba. Amoeba is made up of one cell. Okay. So means bacteria are unicellular. Means they are made up of just one cell. Okay. So let's come to our second point. The second point says air, water, soil. So what does it refer to? It refers to that bacteria are found everywhere. They can be found in air, they can be found in water, or I can say soil. Okay. And bacteria are simple in structure. Their structure is simple. Okay. Now bacteria are further subdivided into on the basis of shape. Okay, on the basis of shape, bacteria are subdivided into 3, and they are rod shaped, spherical shape, and spiral. So rod shaped bacteria we call it bacilli. Okay, we can call it rod shaped, or I can say bacilli. Now here you can see, right? This is the second image, which it represents the bacilli bacteria. Fine. Now comes the spherical, or I can say cocky. Okay, cocky. This image, the third one, represents the cocky bacteria. Okay. And spiral represents the first one. So first image represents the spiral, or I can say spirula. Okay. Now comes our next topic, that is algae. So many students say algae. No, it's wrong. It's algae. Okay. So algae are unicellular and multicellular. So algae are both unicellular and both multicellular. Some algae can be unicellular and some algae are multicellular. Now algae are mostly present in moist soil. Like I can say rock or I can say soil. Okay? Now algae have cell wall. Now what? You must have remembered that cell wall is only present in plants. So algae is a plant. Okay, and it contains chloroplast. Now what is chloroplast? See, in our cell contains plastids, right? Now plastids. The plastids are of three types. They are chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. Okay. So here we are talking about chloroplast, and chloroplast means this plant, that is chloroplast, contains a green pigment called chlorophyll. Understood? And if you have doubt, you can comment in the comment section. Now comes our next topic, that is fungi. Okay, some students say fungi. No, it's fungi. Okay, fungi are also unicellular and multicellular. Okay. Now second point is they are plant-like. Means fungi are not plants. They are plant-like, but they are not. Means they look like plants, but they are not plants. Right? And they didn't contain chloroplast, means they didn't have green pigment as chlorophyll, as they are not plants. Okay, and third point is they get food from plants and animal waste. So for food they depend on plants and animal waste. Now our next topic is protozoa. Okay, now protozoa are unicellular. Unicellular, I have told you earlier also that unicellular is an organism that is made up of just one cell. Okay, and they are mainly found in fresh water and salt water. They are parasites. Parasites means depend on dead and decaying plant matter for food. Okay, and they move place to place. Okay, now two examples are given here. First one is amoeba. So the image is also given here. So this image, that is this one. Okay, this image represents amoeba. It is an image of an amoeba, and now comes the paramecium. Paramecium. This image represents the paramecium. Understood? Now comes the last topic for this video, that is viruses. Okay. Viruses are considered between the borderline of living and non-living. Now why? See, because when they are non-living, means they are outside the host, and when they are outside the host, they have no activity, they are inactive. Okay, but when they enter a living host means when they enter a host, what they do first, they went to a cell, and in that cell they use that cell machinery for multiplication. For multiplication doesn't contain means that mass multiplication. No, here multiplication means make duplicate copies of itself. Okay, so what first is that viruses enter the cells, and then it, with the help of cell machinery, it makes the duplicate copies of it. Now the activities of viruses are in number. We can't count that this virus has different activities that it does and this. Okay, now what after that it does, the burst the cell. Now when the duplicate copies are made, after the making of duplicate copies, what it do is it bursts the host cell, then infect other cells. Okay, so first it bursts the host cell so that it can infect other cells, and after that now when other cells are also infected, then the person falls sick. Understood? Okay, so till now this was a video. Okay, and thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon. Thank you and have a nice day.